If you're buying a home or investment property in Nashville in 2026, you want to know exactly where the smart money is going. 3 new developments are about to change the real estate map in Nashville in 3 already desirable areas. And they're securing long-term value with institutional investments and upgrades that buyers crave. All right, so we're starting with the very smallest one right here beside Vanderbilt. You can see we're at the Parthenon right here. We're starting with that one. Then we're going to move over to the crazy action of Wedgewood-Houston, and we're saving the largest and best one for last, Oracle's River North. By the end of this video, you will know exactly where to put your money in Nashville that's backed by investments, amenities, and desirability that cannot be ignored. I'm Scott Hardesty.
And I'm Erin Gillespie.
We are your Nashville real estate consultants. Let's dive in.
I'm so excited about this list. So right now we are standing in the Parthenon, which is just across the street from Vanderbilt. So Vanderbilt is right behind us. You can see that tower there. We're in Midtown. There's a lot happening, a lot going on. And Vanderbilt's campus is a really big anchor for that. So right now, Vanderbilt is currently in the approval process of getting some rezoning for 40 acres that they already own. These 40 acres are currently parking lots, kind of green areas, not really utilized to the best of their ability. What they want to do is follow a model that Harvard, Cornell, and Stanford have used on their campuses, creating what they call an innovation neighborhood. They would like to build research labs and facilities, some hotels, some startup companies, corporate offices, and then commercial infrastructure to surround it. So you're talking about retail, restaurants, those type of things that go along with it. But it allows students to intern at some of these companies to get real world experience, and some of these startups to then allow for those interns to start working for them and maybe start their own companies, their own research labs, get their own creative ideas going. Yeah. It's all on the campus, the Vanderbilt campus.
Yeah, and 40 acres is huge, right?
Right,
So
you can do
right
a
in the
lot
city.
with that.
Yeah, 40
exactly.
acres, and this area is already just a great area to be in. Like we said at the beginning, like you know, these are already desirable areas, and so this is just going to bolster that value, and you know, all of the homes in this area are already going to be going up in value because of vicinity to Vanderbilt.
Right.
But this is just going to increase it even further.
Exactly. So from an investment standpoint, I think this would be a really good area to get into. You're going to have higher end rentals if you're looking to rent a property. It's going to be higher end rentals. You're going to have doctors, professors, grad students, PhD students, people like that in the area because of the campus and because of the medical center right here.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're looking for something, and you're going to pay more to be over in this area,
right,
but you have that security of, you know, an institution that's not going anywhere. They continue to grow their wealth, to expand.
Right.
And so it's a very safe area to invest. And also, again, things like this are going to increase the value even more and more over time. So it's a long hold, but it's safe. If you know, because we get people talking about the fear of, well, I don't want to buy in a place where the value is going to dip, you know, dramatically or something. And so finding places
knowing
like this,
these smart investments and knowing what's happening in these developments is so important to investments.
Yeah, exactly. So let's dive a little bit into the prices of these. You could find a 1-bedroom condo, you know, so somewhere between $400,000 and $700,000. You know, it could be older ones, obviously, in that lower range. And then when you get into the single family, you can. So there's a lot of older homes over here, small ranches, and you know, built in the 30s and 40s and 50s.
Right.
And so some of those you could get into around
Maybe
$750,000, and then up to obviously $900,000 and plus. The newer homes are going to be $1 million plus, but you could find something that might probably needs a little bit of work in that, you know, in that $750,000 range, and then you could again rent it out to someone like a doctor or grad students and things like that. So it's not as crazy as some of the other areas actually, even though this is one of the best areas to be in.
Yeah, and to that point, I mean, you don't have to just be an investor for this area. If you're a family looking to move to town because maybe you are now on the staff at Vanderbilt or something like that, it's a great community. It's not all rentals. There are a lot of families that live here and enjoy and walk around this area, and it's really a nice area to live in.
Yeah, it is. And if you don't know, if you've never been to Nashville and you're like, for whatever reason, I just want to move here. This is West End behind us, and West End turns into Broadway. That takes you right down into the craziness of Broadway, but also the business center and, you know, all the offices downtown. So just a great spot. You also have Sylvan Park right down the street, where a lot of locals hang out for food and restaurants.
Yes.
And then West End in itself just has a lot.
Hillsborough Village, just a lot of surrounding areas to this that support that infrastructure even more.
Yeah, so just it's a great spot. You cannot go wrong in this area, and 40 acres that are going to be redeveloped for something really cool just emphasizes that fact.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Number 2.
All right, number 2 is going to be something you've probably heard of, Wedgewood-Houston. Now, this area is already up and coming, but it is just it's about to just take a huge leap forward with what's happening over there. So you definitely want to know about this area. The first one is AJ Capital.
The biggest one is AJ Capital Building Partners. They have this huge development going on. It's 18 acres. It's going to be 1.6 million square feet in mixed use, kind of industrial, revitalized space. And they're putting a lot of luxury, high-end retail in there.
Yeah.
It's already established in some phases. So we have Soho House is one of their major tenants that's in there. And if you don't know about Soho House, it is a private, exclusive, like membership club. Mm-hmm. You can go there and work. They have a pool area, movie theater, a restaurant. It's kind of like a country club, but it's for artsy, creative people.
Yeah, you have to be artistic, so I think I'm out.
I think I'm out too.
Maybe you could make the cut.
And you have to, it's recommended, it's based on recommendations only, so you have to have like a letter of somebody that's in that creative space to go there. I know that Taylor Swift hangs out there sometimes, and I have a friend who works in the music industry and he goes there all the time. But it's also family friendly. They have kid hours where they show movies and can have kid time in the pool and then adult time as well.
Yeah, it's a cool spot. I mean, I've been for a charity event there. It's a really great space. But it's what I like about the whole area is just that you've taken a very industrial area. It's only like about 1.5 miles to 2 miles from downtown.
Right.
And you're turning that into this entire development, artistic, just all these cool restaurants and shops and bars and shopping. Should we dive into that a little bit?
The biggest indicator is the one shopping store that I know about, which is Hermes, has committed and they're almost ready to open in this neighborhood.
It's a big deal.
That's a really big deal, and that shows the luxury that is coming to this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Beyond that, the restaurants, I feel, are another really big indicator. We only have 3 Michelin star restaurants in all of Nashville, and one of them is in the Wedgewood-Houston neighborhood.
Yeah, Bastion it's a great restaurant, and so
I've
definitely
never
check
been
that
there.
out. Yeah, they have a restaurant, and then they have like a bar that's completely separate, so pretty cool. But then on that and this is an old building that they they renovated, a beautiful old building that they kept, which I like because they're keeping some of the history of the space. But there's Flamingos, a cool little bar that has live music and disco and stuff like that. They have Hemingway's, which is a really cool bar.
I also really like Il Forno and Abba's. They have great atmosphere, really great food. I mean, this neighborhood, it's going to be something great. It's already really nice, but it's going to be something great and one to watch and one to get into now.
Yeah, and let's not forget they just created a 4,400 person concert space.
Right, the Live Nation concert space. That's huge. That's going to be a huge staple.
And you're also close to the soccer stadium, which is a really big deal as well.
Right, and so that already that was the start of what brought this neighborhood on the map.
Kind of was, yeah.
Yeah, when they made that soccer stadium, people are really into it.
Yeah.
We have some good Nashville fans of soccer now.
Yeah, and you can get into this neighborhood for a lot less than you can in the neighborhood we're standing in, which is the Vanderbilt area. You can get in about $550 is kind of the average. I actually have an investment property in that area. It's been an Airbnb and a long-term investment. Great spot. Have great tenants in there right now, and so you can get in. It's
a really good time to get in.
It is, yeah.
Because right now the annual returns are about 10 to 15%, but they're predicting between 20 and 30% coming up in the next few years.
Yeah, these are some investors.
Yeah, if you can get in now at $550 or somewhere around there, and then the luxury piece of this neighborhood just takes off, it could be something really amazing.
Yeah, and again, you're very close to downtown, and it's a very great area to invest in. If you're looking for that long-term investment, buying and living there yourself, or being an investor who you just want to get, there's some Airbnb opportunities in this area, or just long-term tenants. You can find really great tenants in this area. Right.
And living-wise, you mentioned just living there yourself. It's very walkable. There's really good vibes, very friendly. There is a lot of construction going on right now, but if you can make it through and kind of hang through that part, I know some people that live there and they love it.
Yeah, it's a great
love
spot.
There's lots of activities just happening all the time.
Yeah, it's a great spot. Yeah, so before we go into our very largest and final one, we want to remind you to download our free relocation guide. We put a lot of time in that for you, so take advantage of that and download it. And even better yet, book a Zoom call with us. We have people from our channel reaching out all the time. We would love to meet you and figure out what area is best for you and dive into some of these streets as well and the real estate that's around those.
Yeah, I agree. We'd love to talk to you.
Sorry.
You're fine. Okay, the third and very biggest new development is River North, kind of going down to East Bank. And we're going to break that into 3 sections. The first one is going to be the new Titan Stadium. This is 1.75 million square feet with 60,000 seats. That's going to be a domed, it's going to have a glass dome. They're 50% done with it already. There's so much to talk about with this.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be huge. I'm sure we have a Super Bowl coming in the future. The projections are that it finishes next year in 2027. So hopefully they're on target for that. But as I said, it is 50% complete already. And this thing is enormous. I've driven by it a few times and it's a beast. They're going to have premium lounges, walking bridges over to downtown and Germantown, retail and things surrounding it. And then the old stadium, they're going to tear down.
Yeah.
And that will free up more space on that East Bank side where they will add more retail and more restaurants there.
Yeah.
And it's just such a fun energy over there.
We're
talking Titans games, we're talking live concerts, big concerts. It's going to be an epicenter of events.
Yeah, and right now there's really nothing around the stadium. It's
It's
when you go to a game, it's just parking
and highway.
Yeah, you can't really walk around and do anything, and this is going to completely transform the area with everything that they're putting around the stadium.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So what does this mean for investors in the area?
Yeah. It's we've we worked from smallest to largest, but we've also worked from most expensive to cheapest when it comes to prices.
That's interesting. You're right.
Because the pricing in this area, when you get over into East Nashville and the north side,
it's not as expensive right now.
So you can get in over here. And again, it's going to take time for these other Oracle and these other things that we haven't talked about yet to finish, to complete their construction. But 10, 15 years, if you're in it for the long term.
If you can be patient for now and kind of deal with the construction right now, I think the payoff is there for sure.
Exactly. So this is just one element of 2 more that we're going to talk about in this larger area. So
right along the river.
Exactly. So so everything along that river, when we start talking about real estate, you can expect to increase in value.
Right. And that's why the walking bridges, the pedestrian bridges over the river are going to be so important to connect this east and north bank of the river with downtown.
Exactly.
Because downtown Nashville is just on the other side of the river from Titan Stadium.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, let's get into the second portion of the third section. Okay, the second section inside this ginormous development is 30 acres, and Fallon Company out of Boston is developing this entire space. This is going to be affordable housing. It's going to be retail. It's going to be a spot for a TPAC. It's going to be 3 acres of green space. So 30 acres of a 130 acre parcel. So think about if you look this up, if you're trying to figure out where this is, if you look for Topgolf is right there at the beginning of this huge 130 acre parcel, and it's just going to be north of Topgolf. So again, if you get on the Google Maps,
right
you're
along
trying to find
the river.
And right now it's industrial, a couple warehouses, and they're tearing down, and it's just empty space all the way up to the bridge that crosses way up. So 130 acres. This is going to be a new downtown. This might even become like where everyone wants to hang out. Again, this is a new hot spot. It's going to be it might be the spot of Nashville. So to have real estate in this area is going to be incredible. Right. But this first part, and again, this is not even the Oracle part that we're going to end with.
Right.
This is just the 30 acres. They're going to have hotels and some other things. It's hard to even describe what's happening over there.
Well, it's huge. So first of all, it's going to be 22 million square feet of space.
Yeah.
That's finished out space.
Exactly.
So the size of this is just incredible. TPAC being there is also going to be an anchor. You know, we have TPAC, this is the Tennessee Performing Arts. We have TPAC downtown right now, and they are leaving that spot. That spot is really pretty old. It's been there for a long time. It's a little tired looking. So to have them move to this spot, to this brand new facility is going to be awesome. I mean, I love going to TPAC and seeing their performances now, but this is just going to be next level.
Yeah, and to be on the water, this entire area on the water,
right? Picture you could go to dinner on the water,
exactly,
and then go to a TPAC performance after.
Yeah,
you can walk around. I love that they are keeping 3 acres of green space.
Exactly,
and they're also going to have bike lanes and a lot of transit happening there, and they're making space for that.
Yeah, and then you will have walking bridges going over the river to Germantown, which is another great spot. We've done plenty of videos on that, and so just connecting the entire city, it's just going to be unbelievable. It's hard to describe what's happening over there, but to own a piece of real estate close to this is a very smart investment right now.
Right. And so they're breaking ground on this 30 acres next month, and it'll take a while for them to build such a massive development, but there's a tremendous upside for investors or for just people that want to be in that area now. You kind of have to wait out the construction, but it could be worth it in the end.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into number 3.
Oracle.
All right, let's
do
go.
it.
All right.
The big one is Oracle. We have been hearing buzz about this for a long, long time.
Years now.
Yeah. Oracle is putting $4.5 billion into this development. It's going to be enormous. It's 76 acres.
Yeah, it's huge.
And they are bringing 8,500 plus jobs, high-paying jobs to the area. So it could really transform Nashville in a big way as far as the number of people, the scale of salaries here, just a lot of different things. But this campus is going to be huge. There's going to be 13 buildings. Some of them are going to be hotels. Some are going to be restaurants, offices. Obviously, Oracle's headquarters are going to be here.
Yeah.
They're also designating more green space. They're building a lake with, walking trails that you can walk around. I've heard rumors about a marina because it's going to be right on the water. They may incorporate some boating and some, river boats and things like that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot.
It's going to be cool. And these obviously aren't final yet. Some of those things might change, but from what the renderings now are showing all of these things. And, this has been a few years coming, but now they're finally at a point where they're going to start breaking ground and actually
I think they broke ground
starting
last month, actually. Yeah. They're starting to move dirt around.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Yeah, so this is going to just completely transform the landscape and the real estate map in this area. And so getting something right now close to Oracle, and again, this is a huge, I think if you're looking at the map, it's kind of a large space around this. Again, the other side of the river on the north side, and then on the east side, and then close to the Titan Stadium. I mean, this is such a huge space.
So it just kind of broadly goes along the river where nothing has been there before. It's going to be huge. So let's talk about housing in this general area along the river.
Yeah. So you have a lot of single-family homes. You don't have a ton of condos. If you can find one, you can possibly get one $350, $400.
Right. So it is more affordable in that area right now.
Yeah, but you're more likely going to get a single family home. For those, you're going to be around the 580 range, for a nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and then it's going to go up from there. New construction is obviously going to be more. You can quickly get into the $1 million plus for larger homes, but overall, you can find some good deals over there still comparatively, right? Compared to West End and Wedgewood-Houston, you can still find homes that maybe do some renovations or maybe things like that. But
you can get in at a lower price point if you want to.
Yeah.
But I really can't stress enough that I think the boom is coming for this area. Projections for Oracle's development, they're not going to be entirely finished until 2031.
Yeah.
So there is time, but I really think the boom is coming. So if you're looking to live in this neighborhood or invest in this neighborhood, there's a lot of options coming.
Yeah, but this is where the smart money is going, and we want you to be on the forefront of of where things are moving in Nashville. So this is why we made this video for you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, reach out to us, book a call. We would love to meet you and help you find your next investment or your next forever home.
Yeah. Make sure to remember to download our relocation guide, hop on a call with us. We love to talk to all of you and give us some suggestions on what else you want to hear about, what's happening in Nashville, different neighborhoods, different homes that we can tour. Let us know what sounds good.
Yeah, and comment below. Let us know what would be your favorite area to invest in.
Bye.
All right, see ya.